All available biology photosynthesis explained. Let's go. So what is photosynthesis? It's composed of two distinct steps: light dependent reaction and light independent reaction. The light dependent reaction comes first, so that's what I'm going to go through first. Let's go. So light dependent reaction, what happens? Chlorophyll is photoionized. Oh, that's a big word. What is photoionization? It's when chlorophyll absorbs light energy, and this causes electrons in chlorophyll to become excited. They then move down an electron transport chain. What's an electron transport chain? It's basically when you have carrier proteins and the electrons jump in between carrier proteins, reducing them at each jump and releasing energy at each jump. I'll tell you what this energy is used for in a second. Okay, what else happens? Photolysis occurs. Do you know what photolysis is? Let me give you a clue. Photo means light and lysis means breaking down. Break down water using light. Okay, so essentially water forms protons, electrons and oxygen. The energy released from electrons traveling down the electron transport chain is used to actively transport protons from the stroma to the thylakoid membrane. Okay, there's now a high concentration of protons in the thylakoid membrane. They diffuse down a channel protein called ATP synthase to react ADP and PI together to form ATP. So you form ATP in the light-dependent reaction. You also form reduced NADP, where essentially NADP just gets reduced, you form reduced NADP. And photolysis in the light-dependent reaction forms protons, electrons, and oxygen. Okay, fairly simple. Now you've got the light-independent reaction. The whole purpose of the reduced NADP and ATP produced in the light-dependent reaction was so that it can be used up in the light-independent reaction. Okay, what happens? So CO2 reacts with a compound called ribulose bisphosphate to form a 6-carbon molecule. Okay, this reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme called rubisco. This 6-carbon molecule then quickly splits into 2 molecules of glycerate 3-phosphate. These molecules are reduced. So 2 reduced NADP gets oxidized. Because 2 reduced NADP are getting oxidized, this means that they're releasing protons and electrons. These protons and electrons are gained by glycerate 3-phosphate. So 2 glycerate 3-phosphate are reduced to form 2 triose phosphate. Okay, now you also need to hydrolyze 2 ATP in order to enable the reduction of glycerate 3-phosphate to occur. 5 out of every 6 molecules of triose phosphate produced are used to regenerate ribulose bisphosphate. And when ribulose bisphosphate is getting regenerated, 1 molecule of ATP is also hydrolyzed. So if in every 1 cycle of the light independent reaction, you use to hydrolyze 3 ATP and you use up 2 reduced NADP. Okay, you need 2 molecules of triose phosphate to make 1 molecule of glucose, because glucose has 6 carbons and each molecule of triose phosphate has 3 carbons. Okay, so 5 out of every 6 molecules of triose phosphate are used to regenerate ribulose bisphosphate. So 1 out of every 6 molecules of triose phosphate produced are used to produce glucose. Okay, that means for 12 molecules of triose phosphate, you'd form 2 molecules of triose phosphate that are used to form glucose. And every cycle produces 2. So 12 divided by 2, you need 6 cycles to produce 1 molecule of glucose. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you produce glucose from light energy and chlorophyll. Thank you for watching.